Hey, welcome to the Electric Playground. My name is Victor Lucas, and we bring you the latest in everything cool every single day. Today, from the set of Baywatch. No, not really. I'm here in Los Angeles getting you all kinds of great video game information, and I am happy to report that this rundown is brought to you by the VFS School of Game Design. Thank you so much for your support, Vancouver Film School. This rundown is dedicated to our pal Brandon Nickerson, who has been watching us since season 1 and has nothing but thumbs up for us. Well, we've got nothing but a rundown for you. Link might be trading in his Sheikah Slate for a shiny new tablet or smartphone. Nintendo is rumored to be working on a Legend of Zelda mobile game as their next big offering for iOS and Android devices. The news comes from the Wall Street Journal, citing unnamed sources at Nintendo, so keep in mind that no official announcements have been made yet. The new game is reportedly in the works at Nintendo's mobile partner DNA and is slated to land later this year. It's no surprise that Nintendo would want to make a Zelda mobile game. They've already vowed to utilize their most recognizable franchises in their quest to conquer the mobile marketplace, and Zelda is easily one of their biggest properties, especially among Western gamers. The rumors follow the smash success of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, which launched to rave reviews on the Nintendo Switch and helped that console become one of the fastest selling in history. That means Nintendo won't be abandoning the console space as they take bigger steps into mobile. So what might a Zelda mobile game look like? A game like Breath of the Wild is probably too big and complicated to fit on most mobile devices, not to mention the difficulty of controlling a third-person action-adventure game on a touchscreen without external controllers. A top-down game like the original Zelda or Link to the Past might work better on a mobile device, and there's also plenty of mini-games in the 3D Zeldas that could also work. We'll just have to wait and see. It's also unclear how users will pay for the game. Nintendo's first big mobile game, Super Mario Run, charged users a flat fee of $10 US or $14 Canadian, and that wasn't as financially successful as their most recent Fire Emblem Heroes, which uses more mobile-friendly microtransactions. Either way, you're going to have to spend some rupees. We'll have more on the Zelda mobile game as new details develop. The Marvel heroes are back once again and blockier than ever. LEGO, Marvel, and developer TT Games have announced LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2, a sequel to the heroic 2013 game. This time around, heroes from all corners of the Marvel Universe will join together to take on the villainous Kang the Conqueror. The game looks like it will have a stronger emphasis on characters like Doctor Strange and the Guardians of the Galaxy, who are a lot more popular now than they were when the first game came out thanks to the success of their movies. TT Games hasn't said how many characters will appear in the new game, although the first one had more than 150. There's good reason to suspect that the number will go way up because the last LEGO and Marvel game collaboration, LEGO Marvel's Avengers, had more than 250 when they released it last year. LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2 will hit the PS4, Xbox One, and PC on November 17th, with a Nintendo Switch version set to follow at a later date. Let's stop and get into some wild fan speculation for a moment. TT Games is owned by Warner Brothers, which happens to be part of the same corporate entity as Marvel's arch nemesis DC Comics. Every time one of these LEGO Marvel games gets made, it makes the two sides more friendly, which makes it that much more likely that they'll want to make a LEGO Marvel and DC crossover. There's no guarantee that this will ever happen, but we can dream. And if you think Marvel needs more teen angst, Fox has got you covered. Take a look at the first trailer for The Gifted, a new Fox TV series based on the X-Men universe. The show will focus on a pair of brother and sister mutants in high school who discover that they have mutant powers, forcing them and their family to go on the run from the mutant hunting Sentinel Services, a group that has appeared in some form or another in previous X-Men comics and films. Fox says that the show is related to the X-Men movie universe, but given how funky that timeline has become, it's going to be pretty hard to say exactly how this show will relate to any one of the films. We do know that X-Men movie maker Bryan Singer is serving as producer on the show. This also isn't the first live-action X-Men series. Fox's cable network FX recently premiered the more adult-oriented Legion, which has already been renewed for a second season. The first season of The Gifted will premiere this fall.
Dude.
One of the biggest cyber attacks in history happened over the weekend, and it came from people who are supposed to prevent cyber attacks. Starting on Friday afternoon and lasting all weekend long, computers in more than 150 countries were attacked by ransomware, malicious software that hackers use to encrypt your computer and then make you pay a fee or ransom in order to unencrypt it. The The attack crippled more than 200,000 Windows 10 machines, including the computers that run Britain's National Health Service, causing chaos in the country's hospitals. So where did the attack come from? The hackers responsible for spreading the ransomware haven't been identified, but we do know where the ransomware itself came from. In a surprisingly frank statement, Microsoft claims that the ransomware originated in none other than the U.S. government's National Security Agency, or NSA. Earlier this year, the NSA discovered security vulnerabilities in Windows 10, and instead of informing Microsoft, they built software that could be used to exploit those vulnerabilities. The NSA's software was then stolen by hackers who have now used it in the cyber attack. The fact that Microsoft has made these revelations public is an obvious swipe at the NSA and the U.S. government as a whole. Microsoft says this attack should be treated as a wake-up call, and instead of hoarding vulnerabilities, governments should be required to inform Microsoft and other tech companies so they can fix them before they fall into the wrong hands. A similar controversy arose last year when the FBI was trying to force Apple to make it possible for law enforcement agencies to bypass the encryption of the iPhone, which Apple argued would make it easier for hackers to get in as well. Microsoft and Apple have vowed to continue doing their part to protect the security and privacy of their users, so we'll see what happens next. That's it for our rundown today. Remember, if you want to learn more about game design, visit our friends at VFS.edu. We'll be back again tomorrow with a brand new rundown for you from this absolutely tedious, beautiful sunshine that I'm in California. Thanks for watching, everybody. Remember, until tomorrow, click around, watch some of our other content, and if you dig it, hit subscribe, okay?